It's a traditional Inuit dog sledding race. 17 teams through an unforgiving landscape. Inuit dogs, icons of Arctic resilience. Adventure and Inuit traditions all in one. This is the Nunavut Quest. It's been a rough start for Joelie and her team. David warns of the dangers ahead. Baffin Island is showing off. I set the rules, she tells the mushers. Show me what you're worth. Not everyone is ready. Nico Inuara is preparing his sled the traditional way. It takes time.
Plastic
Even if mushing technology has changed, the Nunavut Quest is all about preserving traditions. Out on the sea ice, the support teams have run into a wall of snow. After a few kilometers, the leaders lose direction. Finally, nature relents, just enough for the convoy to find its bearings. We continue on our way south. The dark sky to the east tells us that open water is close by. That means unsafe ice and polar bears. We stick close to shore. We meet travelers from the Greenland ice cap. The icebergs drift across Baffin Bay during the summer. they're always welcome as the best source of drinking water. The sun pushes the temperature upwards. This is not what we want.
For us, it's warm, and warm isn't really good for the dogs. Today, you'll notice when we started, our trail was a bit soft, so they'll start off and they'll have a hard time, especially if they stay on the Skidoo Trail because it's kind of mushy, so that'll be different for them.
Back among the mushers, Nico was having a good day. Then something happened.
Take 11. Tikayok tawgaarluutu. Itarsitittunga qimmerni qaangirtaugiarama nigavuutigama. Iparautaga katangma niksiktiallaklugu iparautaga aigakkutiguddугу qimmermu uterialeravaarlunga outlaw jiinnarama qimmagawa. Qaangirasuuyaeqqauma. Kama.
Somebody fell off their commentique at the beginning. We saw the dogs running without anybody on the sled, and we saw the person running behind, so we stopped in the middle of the trail and waited for the dogs to come and turned over their commentique and put the anchor in so that the dogs couldn't go anywhere. I don't know who it was, but Api! Api! Hi! 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 Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Mika no kakita no kauma te kia. Le marai ja. Number 6 kakita ja larwa. Aita no sakau. Ai katimia ko mayatar ko dum tema. Katikau ga mai pagau tagaru katemma. Ai. Aka. Pagau ga. Adunya sakpakya usum.
There's a 1-hour penalty for losing your team. Poor Nico. Nico's family has sled dogs in their blood. Father Charlie is one of the leaders of the Nunavut Quest. This year, 2 of his sons are racing. Lee, number 17, and Nico, number 1.
Sumaru tingin jam tona de sudu gurok. Ajik jam kitongoy. Ida kami to yitara hatat anan sidu. Kami kotik sedaga na yaksone. Kami to ka kami ni to karo gitene. Ta ko kami na katu no kwar. Katut katigi to kami ni un kwar kama yun na. Dulu kami muksingat ponnak tukkannya orang mati ilak kadang mutis. Kami nakang nebut angiwar.
7 mudunga 8 mudunga rukia. Inutudunga kami muksiraw yakatto ilak semua. Ikpa Arctic Bemi ikpa nu. Kami muksiraw yatu nakpaklunga tekunga inutudunga pigyan ko yunga.
The support convoy has set up camp. Today, we traveled 80 kilometers. That's plenty enough in the fresh, sticky snow. The equipment needs special attention. So will the dogs.
I think our dogs will do well. We've been training them really hard all season. all winter. And as long as they're not interrupted, I think they'll do okay. If they get distracted or if there's a fight or something and they break their concentration, that's when we have slowdown. But as long as they can just keep going steady, they usually do pretty well. But anything can happen out there. People get tangled up, people get lost. It was a whiteout when we left, so it's hard to say if people even got on the right trail, so that could be a delay. It's always surprising how it works day to day. It's totally different every day, so we'll just cross our fingers, hope we did good. We're gonna make delicious dog dinner. So here we are pouring the broth over the fish. So this is like seal meat with fat. So this will melt the fish so that it's thawed by the time the dogs come back, and then we feed them the chunks of meat, and then at the end they'll drink all this broth. We find that our dogs digest the food better. It's like they seem to really absorb more of the food. And then the water, with all the work that they're doing, is really good for them to be hydrated. And the seal fat, like you can see the fat chunks that we left on there, that gets into the water and just provides some more energy. And then we use a lot of fish in the race because they digest it a lot faster than seal meat. So then we just lock it up, and then I'll put it in the tent so that it doesn't get as cold as quickly.
The day becomes evening. Life in the camp finds a rhythm of its own. The large support sleds need constant TLC. Every day, they get a good looking over. Half of the teams this year come from the west, where the land is flat and the weather behaves differently. For them, this coast is like a new country. Out on the trail, the dogs will find their own pace, and we're content to enjoy life on the land.
They have come up to me at races and said, we don't want to know our times. Nobody knows the placing till the last day, who won. But most people don't want to know their times. They say, we're out here for fun. Some people will come and ask, and they know each day who went the fastest for that day, because that's who starts first the next day. But the rest of it, they just want to be out and enjoy the process and the moment.
Supoyo kasi kama so kay ma kaka nungut jamat kaka supoyo lunga tamuksok lunga supoyo lunga ro sa mga tiyo kaya sa katay na kaya kasungod kasi tamaw kat lunga abo na wow kaya man manida kuro ala kama manida ko siya tunga sa mau kaya lunga manida ko peksa kapir kaumat kaka takat tayo kaya man na peksa sa kaumas okay timi
It's been 8 hours since the dog teams set out. Last year, their first, Jake arrived near the end of the pack. This year they're doing better, or they seem to be doing better. But as Sherry knows, anything can happen on the trail. Finally, there they are, all dogs still running. It was just a long day, that's all.
It's been great. We've been having a great time, and my dogs have been doing great. They have been running a lot more than last year. I knew they could do it, like they had it in them to do it. So I knew I could push them a little bit harder than maybe last time. And I think they had a lot more confidence. They knew sort of what they were up for. I think part of it is that they know every day the skidoos leave. They kind of got the routine down. The skidoos leave, then they leave, and then they get to eat. So as soon as they can get from point A to point B, where the next camp's gonna be, then they get to eat. And I always know we're getting closer to camp before I can even see camp, because they speed up, because they can hear camp and they can smell camp, and they start going faster because they know they get to eat.
Nico arrives late. It's been a tough day, losing his dogs and then having to re-ice. All things considered, it could have been worse. The team could have been lost forever. The problem is, Nico had such high hopes this morning, but such is the Nunavut Quest.
Nog der mij doet. Omdat ja.
Joelie's team keeps him near the top of the pack. His team is well trained. David settles into a steady pace about an hour back, strong, if not so fast. Jake's team proves that hours and hours of training pays off, even for beginners. Reguli had almost no time to prepare, but she's enjoying her progress and steady pace. Peter, too, lost his dogs today, but is saved by Denise, who takes him and his sled in tow. Denise herself is back on track after getting lost on day 1.
There's a long way to go.
Joey is protecting the family reputation by energizing his team, while Nico, who was penalized an hour for losing his team, dropped back today. The day's winner is Moses, who's been fast from the start of the race and just keeps going. The temperature climbs and the wind picks up, and nature serves up a nasty surprise. Then, as the quest leaves the sea ice, the dogs change the rules.